I am ready.
You have to
I
actually
am
be
ready.
ready. You can't. You have to sound ready.
I'm ready.
Actually
I'm
be
ready.
ready.
I'm
But are you
ready. I'm
though?
ready. I'm
Are
ready.
you
I'm ready.
actually
I'm
ready?
ready.
Are you actually ready? Are you actually ready? Okay. Are you ready? Is this mic on? Check. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Off Topic Podcast. I'm your host.
Oh my god, we started.
As per usual. Coming from I didn't tell you we started. Oh, look at me go.
Here I'm just screaming on my
I
end.
managed to That's finally you're unleashing the
I was like, why is
beast.
she talking? And then I look up and I see the little red dot counting. All right. No trust
Well,
anymore.
look at that. Yes, you can't trust me when it comes to the recording because I will press play when I feel like pressing play. Because every moment is a podcast worthy moment, don't you think? Don't you
I
see?
see it now.
Don't you see how that's the case, sir? Please, sir, may I have some
No,
more? I am your host, Elena,
she's a
and
bully.
on this week's episode, this is not what we do on the podcast. I am Elena, and I am joined by Stefano. Welcome.
Hi.
Say hello to the good people of
Hello, everyone. I'm being held against my
the
will,
world.
and she's a terrible human being. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go now.
We have
Goodbye.
to stop. We have to stop this rumor because if you keep talking about that, then people are going to think that I am a horrible person and that I am actually kidnapping
You're the
you.
one over here talking in a different voice. That's not your own voice, and trying to convince everyone that you are.
It is my
No.
own voice. This is my own
Okay.
voice if
Mm-hmm.
I did not learn English. Fun fact, mostly
No one cares.
from Family Guy, One Direction, and Twilight. If I had not learned English from this film, from this media, I would not have spoken like I do now. I would have sounded like this. Maybe not, but this is a typical Swedish accent when speaking
Interesting.
English.
Well, I have a question for you, and this pertains to nothing that we actually spoke about today. But it has to do with something you just mentioned. I'll go first. I'll ask you, and then I'll go first. But I want your opinion on something. Or not your opinion, just your
Okay.
whatever. So,
Shall I keep the character?
yeah,
Or shall
sure,
I
why
leave
not?
the character?
Yeah, it's fine. You do you. You do you. Um,
Okay.
so I
Okay.
was thinking the other day when I was listening to music on the radio, um, and I heard like a specific band come across, but it was a really old song, like back from when I was in high school. And I thought to myself, I was like, wow, in high
Uh-huh.
school, I really did not like this group because, all the girls liked it and all of us guys were like, ew, gross. And now that they're no longer together, they split up, they're no longer together. I don't listen to their music
Okay.
at all, really, but I find their music catchy. And I thought to myself, if that group
Okay.
got back together, I would maybe go to one of their concerts if someone asked me to. Do you have a group
Oh,
like that
really? Okay.
in your mind? I'll give you my
Absolutely.
answer first, but I'm curious. My answer
Yes.
would be
You asked the
One
question.
Direction.
Oh my
I
god.
because I
Well, that's because I mentioned
Right,
it.
because like when I was a kid or in high school, I was like 12, 13, whatever, and then they broke up, and like everyone acted like it was like the Beatles separating. Girls were screaming, they were
You were
crying in the
12, 13 when
bathroom.
they
It was a whole to do on social media, and I was so
Yes,
not about it. I was like, this is pathetic.
it was.
But nowadays, like,
Little correction, when they broke up, you were 24, just to put that out there.
no,
You were
I
not
was in
12.
high school when they broke up
How old were you in 2016?
in 2016. I was probably 20 or 21. No, but they broke up when I was in high school. Or actually, okay, no. Sorry,
No.
I keep forgetting that
No.
no, it wasn't when they broke up. It was when Zayn left or whatever his name was. Not Zayn.
Yes.
Um, what's
That
his
was the year earlier. It was Zayn.
Okay. Well,
Zayn
yeah.
Malik. He left the band in
Yeah, everyone
March
freaked out about
of
that, and then they broke
I believe it was March the 25th of March, I want to say, that he left
up.
the band and
Oh,
everybody was in everyone was in
right.
shambles.
People, girls were
So yeah, you were
screaming and
20 when they broke
blah blah
up.
blah
You were
blah
not
blah. Okay,
in high school.
but
Just a
still,
little
still,
correction, because you can
it
seem
was
to remember
almost, it was like 8 years
your own
ago.
life.
It was about
Mm.
8-ish years ago.
Yes.
So I would
Yes.
nowadays, I feel like I would go to a concert if someone asked me to go with them. So, what
Let's
is
go.
your
Let's
band?
go. Well, One Direction, without
Oh,
a
okay, well,
doubt.
then we can go
That's not what I was
together.
going to
Look
say.
at
I just feel
that.
like
It worked perfectly.
yes. I'm also bringing another
Oh,
friend, so she's gonna have to come along. Shout out Kayla if you're listening. Um, but of course I wouldn't even mention One Direction because that is so obvious, and because I love them so much. I was the biggest fan. I had I don't know, I think over 100 posters of them in my room. That is not a joke. I legitimately had. I was in the
did they
fandom.
cover up your Twilight posters?
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah. I changed from
wow.
Twilight to One Direction around the same time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I went from a enormous poster of Edward Cullen staring at me as I woke up to One Direction staring at me when I woke up. But yes, I even had a a mask, a paper mask of Harry's face that I got from someone.
All right.
It was a deranged
I can
time.
see
Yes, I
that.
saw them live twice. And so if they're gonna come back together, there's not a doubt in my mind that of course I would go see them.
Uh-huh.
By the way, we have some announcements. We have
We
one
do.
announcement to make. We're doing a bonus
Oh,
episode next week. So after this episode, we will have a bonus episode because it is Eurovision week. So we will be having a bonus episode about our thoughts on Eurovision. It's a little unclear if it's going to be up on Monday or Tuesday due to the time differences and everything, but it is very exciting. Have you ever watched Eurovision?
no, I have not.
Figures. You are, after all, an American, and this is a strictly European thing.
Hmm.
But I am so excited. I fucking love Eurovision, and we are sending Norwegian twins, which is a ridiculous concept, because they should be representing us, and they are from Norway. Why is Norway there? And there's rumors that a song is rumored, or like the odds are that Switzerland will win, which is fun. I love Switzerland. It's a good song, but there's also odds that Croatia will win, and their song has a lyric that goes in the beginning. It basically goes, "Meow cat, please meow back." That's a real lyric
Ah,
from one of the songs. This tent, con-
you okay over there?
contest is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, but it's also very fun. That's where ABBA originated. That is where Måneskin originated. That is where I think that's the only international one, but you know the one, the Italian rock group, Måneskin.
No.
Yes, you do. They had the song "Well, I'm begging, begging
Oh, yes.
you." It's a cover of it. Yes, they're
Um,
quite well known. Yeah. Are you excited
sure.
for Eurovision?
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna enlighten all the Americans that are watching who don't understand it. I think it's one thing that could not be replicated in the
Probably
US.
not.
I feel like you sent me something when we were watching the Super
Hmm.
Bowl. You sent me, someone was, what did they do?
Oh, Usher.
Skate
Usher
or
and the Super Bowl.
strip or what was
He
it?
so For anyone who's
Uh,
not an American here, the Super Bowl is basically like it's when the two top NFL football teams come together to, whoever wins.
that's American
Yes,
football, not
yes,
real
yes, yes.
football.
Whoever wins,
For
is like they win the championship of, for the season of sorts. But during
yeah.
the halftime show they have during like whatever, if you want to call like intermission of the game, they
Hmm.
uh like a singer or like a group of singers will come out and they'll like do a big performance, which is like which is what most people will watch the entire game for, is
Mhm,
because of the halftime show. That's usually if you like watch their like viewership, like their like how many people are watching per hour, it'll spike incredibly during the halftime show and then drop back down because after the halftime show. So this year it was Usher, Ludacris,
mhm,
and a few
mhm.
other singers. But yeah, Usher at one
Yeah,
point had a bunch. It was him and a bunch of other dancers dancing in roller skates, which I thought was pretty cool.
yeah.
Uh,
It was pretty cool. Absolutely. You say, and that's what I was thinking about. And first of all, I think due to social media, most people are aware of Super Bowl. At least if you ask a majority of Swedes, I think we do know of it. We do consume a lot of American media. So
some American
yeah, that's
sportscaster call
fun
it
for
like
you to know.
the what do they call it? The world's biggest game or something. I don't know. They use verbiage like that sometimes. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that one, but
Oh God. Oh, the way that makes me laugh. The world's biggest game. Ma'am, sir, madams, Mr. Senora, senoritas, whatever. That is the World Cup. The FIFA World Cup. That is the world's biggest game. Not an American exclusive one. Anywho, yes, I found it funny when you sent me that because you said that, well, this is very weird. People thought it was weird. If I recall, then I was thinking, you ain't seen nothing yet because Eurovision, I guess the halftime show is the closest you get to Eurovision, but five no, it was four old ladies from Russia dressed in traditional Russian clothing back in I think 2011 sang a song about party everybody. That's basically all they said. They couldn't sing. It was just about, oh, look at these old ladies singing and everybody loved it. They came in second place. It was just a song where all they said was everybody dance. That was
but
basically
everyone
it,
loved it, and that's what
and
counts.
it came in second place. Yes. Yes, and a couple of years back, Norway sent, 4 dancers who sang a song about a wolf wanting a banana dressed as a yellow wolf. Their faces was covered. That is a real thing that happened, and I'm pretty sure they came in 5th place.
Honestly, the
So
closest thing I can think of would be Miss USA for America, which is like like the whole supermodel pageant show where like they have one person from each
mhm,
state and then they compete, and then there's like Miss Universe and then Miss
yep.
something else. So like that I can
I've seen it on Seinfeld.
yeah, that makes sense to me I mean nowhere near like in terms obviously Eurovision you're singing, dancing and all those other things that you just
Mhm.
modeling or whatever. But I feel like it would be cool if they did do like a an American version where like you had one person from each state representing the state.
Yeah.
I think would be cool.
Sorry, we're back after some minor
It's her
technological
fault.
issues. We're back to the program that we now have.
Ma'am,
I'm just gonna live out my fantasies, pretend that.
programs only exist if we're like a daily program, I feel like, not like a once a week
Can't you
podcast.
just let me
Okay,
pretend? Can't you just
fine,
let
fine.
me? Can't you just let me have my fun and pretend that it's a program? Can't you just let me, please? But one day we'll get there. I promise. Yes, I hope my microphone is better now. It's my like I mentioned in the start of last week's episode, my stupid microphone, not my stupid microphone, my beloved microphone has been it's good. It's the USB adapter that I broke because I dropped my
Oh, good
laptop
job.
with it in. Because yeah, it's a very good job. There was one thing that we forgot
No,
to get
no.
to last week. No, there was because you mentioned it to me right before we
Hmm.
began. Another one of the internet's favorite topics, which is the whole bathroom situation,
Yes. When I read
which
that,
you tourists
I thought that was
seem to find very. Why is my voice cracking? Am I a 12-year-old boy? Good
I
God.
don't hear it. I think you're just calling yourself out for no reason.
Okay. Well then, that's on me for embarrassing
Yes.
myself. What is the internet for if not to embarrass yourself
Hmm.
severely and then never recover? Yeah,
Well, I'm
that's what
just
it's
gonna
for. It's
say,
created a lot of careers.
um, with the whole
Mm.
bathroom thing, I think it's outrageous that you
Yeah.
have to pay for a clean bathroom when here in America, simply all you have to do is put a passcode on the bathroom and then ask someone for the passcode. And then you go to the bathroom and then you
Mm.
leave. That like you don't have to
Yes.
pay
This
for
is
a
the
clean
situation.
bathroom. Just give a passcode.
Yes. Well, how are American bathrooms? You have stalls and you can see, a decimeter wide gaps. It's a private viewing party in there, is what it is. Anyone can just look in and see everything. You have no privacy. If someone is tall, they'll just see over the stalls. Here, the thing about the paying situation, I do want to clear it up because I see it being,
Um,
so constantly brought up. And at least in Sweden, when you pay for bathrooms, it's at public places. If you go to an establishment, you can ask to use their bathroom, and you can. There also are free bathrooms, but they look, I shit you not, it looks like a Chernobyl bowel movement accident happened in there. It is disgusting and it smells and it feels like the smell is sticking to your clothes because people are barbarians. They
mhm.
are Neanderthals and they will not keep a a
Oh
bathroom
yes,
clean.
I've been to some horrific
Entirely the
ones.
fault of the people. Yeah. Yeah. And so those are the free ones. Some free ones are very good. I've been to good free bathrooms. Why are we talking about bathrooms? I don't know, but this is how it goes. But you know, if you're not in an establishment and if there's no free bathrooms, yes, sometimes you might have to pay for it. But what you get is first of all, cheap, very, very, very clean bathroom, and it's a full door that closes and locks. There's a real handle and there's a real lock, and you're in there,
Or
and that's your place. There's no
or
fucking
you just pay a
stalls,
staff
and
to
it's like
clean
I
the
looked it up. I
bathroom.
looked it up, and they are. What do you mean?
So you don't have to pay to use the bathroom. You just pay a staff to clean the bathroom throughout the
There's no
day.
staff. That's my
Oh my
point.
goodness. Well,
You
that's the
pay for
point.
them to
That's
use
the
them.
problem then.
No, that's not the point. That's not the problem. It's not a problem. It's perfectly
No, it's not.
reasonable. And if you actually saw the situation, you would
No.
understand. We're not even talking about a dollar. It doesn't even cost a dollar. It costs less than a dollar
Hmm.
to use these bathrooms, and they're clean. That's what they are. And you like in the central station in Gothenburg, which is close to where I live, you'll go downstairs and then you'll just pay a cashier. You go into a room and then there's a bunch of different bathrooms and you can go in them, you can lock the door, and then it's a clean bathroom. You don't have to pay any staff, and if you're in a free, you know, public bathroom elsewhere, then there's no one to ask because it's a city that cleans them. It's not in an establishment. But then obviously if you go to McDonald's for free bathroom, then yeah, I mean that's it. But maybe you Americans just drink too many of your Starbucks milkshakes,
Actually,
so you have
Starbucks
bladder
bathrooms
issues.
have codes on them. Well, some do. Not all, some do. But the ones in my area have
Toads?
codes.
What do you mean toads?
Like, in order to use the bathroom,
Oh, codes.
you need to get a
I
code.
thought you said
No,
toads.
no, no,
I thought you walked into a bathroom and it was a bunch of toads.
no. No.
Stop mocking me. That's the weird laugh that pops up every so often. Leave me be. Let me have my weird little giggle, if you please.
Okay, fine.
How dare you? I don't comment on anything you do ever. It's never happened. I think you're just very rude to me.
It's too late.
Let me
I was gonna
laugh.
say something and I forget now.
Sorry. I just saw a whole bathroom full of toads jumping around. That was a
Oh,
very
oh, I
disgusting
remember
vision,
what I
but
was
also
gonna
kind of
say.
cute.
Um, I would say
Yes.
I don't know if I've told some people about uh this moment
Uh-huh.
in time with this disgusting bathroom I was in once. Um, I went down to
Ugh.
Georgia to see a
You out?
college, and on our drive back,
Did you take a midnight train
no,
to Georgia?
we drove a car. Thank you very much. Oh, uh,
You don't
No, I
understand.
do,
This
I
is.
do. But on our drive back, we had to stop and get some gas, and
Mm-hmm.
we for some reason my mom's friend wanted to stop at this really run down looking gas station. Like it's the gas pumps were still like those like
Mm-hmm.
really old school like I don't know if they had them in Sweden, but like super old school where like you still have like to put the money into the machine, like coins into the machine instead of like using like a credit card or something. And like it like the numbers
Oh,
still
I don't think Sweden
it was
has
like the
that.
mechanical numbers that flipped instead of like a digital. Like it was super old school.
Oh,
And like this place
god
was
damn.
like
Yeah, we've gotten rid of
there
all of
was
that.
nothing around this
I'm
gas
afraid.
station besides the fact that the highway was not was just near it. A bunch of forest,
The motorway, you
the
mean?
highway, excuse you. um,
The motorway?
but it looked like the scene of like a horror
Yeah.
movie, like this just this rickety
Oh my
white
god.
building. It wasn't painted very well. Like the paint was peeling off. Like there was just two pumps. They were also
Oh.
very old, but they were working. They were just
Ooh.
old. And then when I asked about the bathroom, they're like, I think I vaguely remember them being like at least sweet to a point. It was just a really old looking weird place.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, the bathrooms are like around the
Oh.
corner outside and over in that building over there. And when I went out and I went
Mm-hmm.
and looked at the building, it was like this
Oh no.
dilapidated, falling apart like building of like it was like wood and brick and like cinder blocks. And I was
Oh.
like, I remember
Oh.
I looked at it, I was like,
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Oh
And I went
no.
anyways.
Oh
I
no,
walked over.
no,
I'm all by
no.
myself. I wasn't very far from the building. They weren't like, incredibly far apart, but it was still a little bit of a walk. Walk over.
Uh-huh.
I open the door. It was disgusting.
No.
There was just, it just
No.
looked like a horror movie. Like I didn't
No.
open any of the stalls because like the first thought in my head was like I'm gonna open one of these stalls, and they were wooden doors by the way. It was like all cinder blocks and wooden doors with
Oh.
like rickety handles. There was like water all over the
Oh
ground,
my god.
stuff all over the walls. Sinks were a mess. Um, and
Oh
I didn't even take. I
jeez.
don't
Oh
even think I even
no.
took a step in. Like the lights were flickering a little bit, and I was like, "This is the scene of a horror movie, like Michael Myers
Fuck
or
off.
Freddy Krueger or someone's
I would
gonna
have ran away so quickly and
scream.
just I
Someone
would
is
have
gonna come
I would
bursting
have
out of these doors."
oh,
I
oh, for
packed up
fuck's
and I was
sake.
just like,
No.
"I'm gonna go now." And like I got back to the car, and my
Oh my
mom's friend was
god.
like, "Did you
Yeah.
use the bathroom?"
Right
I was just like,
decision.
"Do you want to go look at this bathroom?" He's like, "No, I don't think I do." Then we left.
Oh my god. Oh my
It
god.
was disgusting.
Oh, that's
I was
horrible.
just like,
Oh, that's
I just need to
horrifying.
leave.
What if there was a serial killer in there?
I wouldn't be shocked. Like,
What if there
I feel
actually
like
was a serial killer in there just
if I
waiting
had opened the door
in
to
the
like a
dark
serial killer, I just would have been like,
with a knife?
why am I not surprised? It's like,
Okay,
oh, it's
take me
you.
out. I did this to myself. I got myself in this situation. That's on me because I walked in
It's
here,
like,
truthfully,
can we have a
just
conversation
take
about
me
this
out,
nasty
and down I
bathroom
go.
before you take me out?
Yeah, I don't think you wanna kill me in this nasty bathroom. I think you'd rather have a nicer spot, don't you think? You wanna remember it in a clean environment, do you
We
not?
could go out to the woods or something. The
Reasoning
woods are
with
at
a
least
serial
cleaner than
killer.
here.
Yeah. In the woods, no one can hear you scream.
Oh man,
He can bear
it's just
you.
oh.
Yes. That's disgusting. That is absolutely horrifying. And that's one of the reasons that I like the pay for bathrooms because there's a guarantee that they will be clean. Okay?
Hmm.
You see?
I guess so.
Mm. You see what I
I don't
mean?
anymore. Nope.
No, because you hear what I mean. Because this is a podcast. It's an audio format. I'm very bad with what?
Nothing. Nothing.
You're giggling now. That's why you giggle. You take
Thank
that.
you.
Taste of your own medicine.
Appreciate it.
Mocking my laugh. How can you mock my
I
laugh?
will
I have a
mock you every minute
beautiful,
of the day.
sweet laugh. I don't. I totally do not sound like a witch when I laugh. Definitely not.
I would not say which, but
By the way, Oh, oh, okay. All right. I see how it is. Okay. Okay. Well, if you say so, slut. If you say
Thank you.
so.
I know I have a terrible laugh,
Din lilla skit.
so but
Yeah, you do have a terrible
I just
laugh.
deal with it. I just it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I also have a terrible laugh, so I'm not gonna mock you
Thank you.
too
You can if you
much
want to.
because I think we both have terrible laughs. I laugh like a witch.
Hmm.
It's awful. And I can sit by myself, which is something
Oh, you
that
can.
yeah, I'll sit by my I okay. The reason okay. Whenever I work out, I listen to a podcast. Whatever I do, I need to listen to podcasts. The podcast you ask, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. And I laugh out loud when I listen to this damn
Hmm.
man's podcast. It's not okay whatsoever because I work out. I have at one point I had to stop the workout and just say I can't do it because I was laughing so hard and I'm wearing headphones. So I'm just walking around my house laughing to myself. And I do this any time of day. If the rest of my family are home, if I'm alone, I will walk around in the dark listening to this podcast and I will laugh to myself. I look insane.
Yeah, I can see that.
And yeah. And I don't have a nice laugh either. So I will watch, a sitcom, I will watch a TV show, watch a YouTube video, I will listen to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, and I will laugh by myself, which sounds borderline schizophrenic. Um, but then again, hey, we're all mad here, as the cat from Alice in Wonderland said.
If anyone just heard a squeal, it was my dog. I'm sorry.
No, it was the people hiding in this back
No,
basement that was trying to
my
get
dog
out.
was trying to
They were trying to scream for help.
my dog was trying to get on my lap,
So you're making a
and
podcast.
so I tried to pick him up, and he squealed like he usually
You
does.
Santa?
So yeah.
Did he tell you what he wants for Christmas?
I don't know. Billy, what do you want for Christmas? You want to tell the lovely public, I don't know, the lovely
I
listeners.
want a
You want
hippopotamus
to say
for
anything? No.
Christmas. Only a hippopotamus
He's just
will
staring at my screen.
do.
He's okay.
He wants a hippopotamus.
He would probably eat the hippopotamus, honestly. All 18 pounds of him.
He will eat the hippopotamus. He will eat the most dangerous animal on the face of the
Yes.
earth. This little
Yes.
dog. This innocent,
Oh,
sweet
he's
little dog. Okay.
ferocious. He's a
Well,
ferocious wild beast.
I think you just let out what is some bad things about your dog.
My dong?
I think you just
No.
showed everybody that your dog. What did you think I
It
said?
sounded like you said dong. I was like, all right.
Why? Why would I?
I heard an N. I heard an
Ooh, my
NG.
ding dong.
So don't at me.
Oh my god, no, I
Oh,
don't
he's
remember
being
what I said.
extra
Let's say I
clingy.
said dong. That's funnier.
He's like pressing his whole body up against my face. He's like, "You're done now. You're done now."
Goodbye. Stop it now. Well, that's all the time we have, I
Oh, is it?
think. I think we're done.
Oh,
Don't you? Oh, you
I
want
don't
to talk
know.
more? Because I'm
Billy,
kind of
say
done.
bye. Oh my God, he
I
just jumped in my
leave now.
hands. Billy, stop.
He jumped in
Now he's
your
growling at
hands.
me. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Grammar matters. He jumped in your
Yes, he
hands.
jumped in my. He
Oh,
was
I
in my
hear it.
hands already, and then he jumped while in my hands.
Further into your hands.
No, just like I was holding him, and then he tried to jump,
Ah,
like
I
to
see.
get out of my
I see.
hands, but it didn't work. So he just jumped like on my lap.
Okay, I
Yes.
see. I see. I'm imagining now that there's a dog inside of your hand. Inside of the palm of your hand, there's a dog,
Oh,
and he's trying to get out because you said in your hand. And
you
I th-
okay?
I don't know if that's the correct. I'm sure that's the correct way of saying it because you're a native speaker, but it's a very funny imagery to think of having a tiny dog inside of your
I
hand.
mean, I can wrap my two hands around his like waist. Like I could almost touch my fingertips around around his body. He's not very big.
Oh. He's that
Yes,
small?
he's a tiny man. He's a ferocious beast, though.
Oh,
He's yeah. You want to tell the audience how
yes,
ferocious you
ferocious
are?
beast.
And then this big guy is
That's
just clueless, but I love him. He there's no thought in his head, but
he's
love him.
clueless and
Yes.
ferocious. That's a good album. That's a good rap duo name. Clueless and ferocious.
Is
That's
that our group?
that's
Are
the
we gonna
rap name.
rap now?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
no.
you're the new. Don't don't try to rap. Don't do that. Well, that's all the time we have, I think. Thank you very much for listening. We hope to see you back so you can learn more about the madness of Eurovision and enjoy that as much as you've hopefully enjoyed this episode. So, yes, make sure to like and follow and subscribe and all that jazz. And we'll see you next week. Bye for now. Or ciao. I should say bye,
Bye,
weirdo.
everyone. It was nice to meet you. You're so
Yes.
cool. We love you. Have a great night.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Bye
Bye
bye bye
bye.
bye. Ciao.